Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square with T-Square Talks. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. It is Saturday morning. Got a great video planned out for you guys today. I think it's a great video. It's kind of going to be talking a little bit about what's going on today and the fact that there's a lot of people out there that have this belief that eventually we're going to see some huge pullback in both the stock market and in precious metals, and how they're just going to jump in and buy cheaper than everybody that's been buying all this time. And I find it kind of comical. I want to talk a little bit about it because I don't think it's going to play out that way. And I'm going to kind of lay out some of the groundwork for that and then let you guys cast your own decision on that. But I also am going to touch base a little bit on a comment that kind of ties into this that I had received today, where somebody was really just upset when leaving the comment about the way these politicians are just ruining the economy, how everything is just kind of falling apart right now, and how, you know, they've got supporters, backers with deep pockets, and how they're all going to be okay and the rest of us are going to be just out in the cold suffering for their mistakes. And I'm going to explain why I think that's partially true, but I think that's not true as well. I think it's really important that you think about what's going on. You think about ways to get out of the system. And once you do, think about how happy you're going to be when it all comes down to it. Yeah, it's going to be a little miserable for a lot of people, but it doesn't have to be miserable for you if you're taking the right steps to prepare yourself for them times, because I do believe those times are coming. It's just a matter of when. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps me out, and leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this or anything. A lot of my videos, I do come up with the ideas for my videos through your comments. You guys know, if you've been following the channel for any length of time, I reply back to every comment with my own actual words of what I think about your comment. And a lot of times your comments are so good that they make top videos. If I try to come up with a video topic by myself, I don't always come up with great hits. A hit for me is any video that has over 1,000 views. And I've noticed the best videos are always made from y'all's comments. So that's why I like looking at that. Now, as always, I do mention I'm not backed by anybody. I don't have any sponsored ship. So I do have a members event every month for our members. If you'd like to become a member right now, it is only $1.99 to become a member. You can just hit the join button below. And this month in our membership event, we will be giving away this 1987 San Francisco Silver Eagle, an MS69. It's a $250 book value coin, and you have a chance to win it for free. So we will be going live most likely one day this weekend. I'm not sure if it's going to be tonight or tomorrow, so just kind of keep your eyes open. And then I will probably be discussing, we've only got 5 spots left open for that. Once those 5 spots fill, that's it. We will go live. We'll announce the numbers. We'll announce the participants. And we're going to use a football game this week. So we're going to use that for that. So with that being said, I better hurry up and start the video, because someone out there might get upset. You spent 3 minutes on this, but actually I spent 2 minutes on talking about what the intro was. So, okay, so let's get started though. And I thank everybody that does become a member, and I thank you just for subscribing and hitting that thumbs up button. I know it's not for everybody, so let's get started. So yeah, that comment that I had received earlier today, you know, that it's kind of BS. The person said, you know, I found myself almost rooting for, I hate to say this, the BRICS, I'm going to say, and the main country that's behind the whole BRICS and the de-dollarization process. Yeah, I can understand why people are rooting for that, because they're frustrated. It's not just that one person. One person might have had the guts to say it, but honestly, there's a lot of people that probably think it. And I'll be honest, I am even one of those people that thinks it. I am tired of the manipulation of silver. I am tired of the corrupt politicians. And I'm tired of the prices and inflation just continuing to rack up higher and higher. I'm not going to blame it on any particular party, only because, let's be honest, whether you're red or blue, I'll say, you're going to end up adding to the deficit. and they continue to add. No politician, no matter what side of the aisle they're on, has really done a great job at balancing the budget and really bringing it down. But a lot of that, I will say, is because they're already too far in the hole. We're so far in debt. Look at how much the interest is racking up every year. And who gets that interest? I mean, think about it. The people that bought the treasury bonds. And the interest is going to keep going up. It's never going to end. It's never going to get paid off. And it's just going to get worse. And so people find themselves rooting for these BRICS countries because they want change. And here's the thing. When someone thinks, though, that these politicians with deep pockets or these greedy selling their votes or these backers to these politicians with deep pockets are going to be okay, a lot of them are going to be left out in the cold. Because the truth of the matter is, when this system falls apart, how many people are really going to have time to get in on it? How many people are going to have time to jump from cash to silver when the cat is out of the bag? So I actually found myself watching clips from Margin Call again today. And you got to understand, when they realized what was happening in the housing market, they didn't tell anybody. They kept it a whole secret. The 2008 housing crisis, they kept it a secret until they unloaded the majority of their loans. Who'd they unload them to? They unloaded them to hedge funds. They unloaded them to pension owners. All these different groups that were willing to buy these assets, thinking that the housing market couldn't go down. And they kept everything under wraps until they unloaded the majority of their position. And that's kind of what happened in the movie. In the movie, when they did the movie, they said, they had this meeting behind closed doors and we got a glimpse in on what was really happening. And there's a lot of people that have been buying silver like us for a long time. And we know the silver market's manipulated. We know there's huge amounts of short positions against silver right now. And even bigger coming in. A lot of people are questioning, how did silver not go up higher this week? How did we go to 35 and then we had a pullback? That's a couple different things there. A little bit of that does come up with the huge amount of shorts. I posted an actual chart on my Gold Silver Vault Reddit page. I do have the link in the description below, so please be sure if you're on Reddit to go and join that group. It's an awesome group. It's kind of like Wall Street Silver. We post stuff every day and join it. It's free to join, and you're more than welcome to post silver-related posts or gold-related posts on there. I love reading y'all's posts too, so... But yeah, so we've been buying for a while, and we realize what's happening. But eventually, these big banks, these big organizations that are shorting silver, are going to be stuck holding the bag at the end. They're not going to be able to unload their position. Now, will they get another bailout? That's a possibility they will. It's a possibility they won't. It all depends if they're doing it for, we'll say, the federal government. Some people believe that the big banks are shorting silver for the federal government so the federal government can buy it up and use it in the military complex. And that's a possibility, but it's not a guarantee. But either way, someone is going to be left holding these short positions. And for the people out there that are sitting there on the sidelines saying, nope, when the stock market crashes, 100% well that gold and silver has always gone down when the markets crash. And they're not wrong. Truth be told, in the past, every time the markets have tanked, for whatever the reason, whether it be the cough, we saw silver go down to $11, whether it was the 2008 housing crisis, whether it was the dot-com bubble, any recession where the stock market tanked, gold and silver has tanked. But you know what? These same people who say, past performance doesn't guarantee future performance. And they're absolutely right, it doesn't. But here's the thing, it also doesn't guarantee that the prices of precious metals will come down when that happens. Because the truth of the matter, with the world moving into gold and silver and hard assets and commodities as undervalued as they are, do you really think that the price is going to plunge down and you're not going to have countries like the BRICS countries picking up the slack, or the countries that are producing it just saying, you know what, we ain't selling it for that price? Remember when oil went down to negative $40 a barrel? I mean, yeah, the U.S. snapped up a lot of it, but I don't think tons of people were selling physical oil at $40. If you had a contract already in place, you were just trying to get rid of that contract. Why? Because you saw what was happening in the markets and you didn't really have anywhere to put that oil. And with the price coming down, you just wanted to unload it. I mean, you can't exactly go start dumping hundreds of barrels of oil in your swimming pool without, I don't know, EPA coming over. So, people don't really understand that, silver going down, no one's going to sell it. I mean, yeah, you might be able to get some paper ounces, and maybe that's why some people like paper ounces. I'll be honest, I would love to pick up some paper the next time that we see silver plunge down, but no one's going to sell physical. And the truth of the matter is, there's people that are waiting on the sidelines for these big dips. When it happens, they almost can never get in. I actually had one friend that I talked to him about silver all the time. He was a good buddy of mine. And, when it went down during cough to $11, then, he called me. He's like, hey, where do I buy now? I'm ready to buy. I said, ain't nobody open. He said, what do you mean? I said, none of the big companies, APMAX, they shut their doors. JM Bullion, they shut their doors. Everybody was shutting their doors. Nobody was willing to sell. They just sent their employees home. That's it. And said, we ain't selling. And when the price went back up, they reopened. I mean, it didn't stay down forever, maybe a week, if that. People realize what's going on. The markets are heavily manipulated. And little by little, the manipulation it's breaking down. And that's why we see right now $33 and change silver. And that's going to continue to break down. Honestly, the next big jump that I see, I've been getting 2 people actually now have said, I think we're going to have a pullback into the $22 range. And that's a strong possibility. One of them specifically stated the head and shoulder pattern that's forming up. And that's a possibility. Here's the thing, though. Even at $23.40, we saw $32 range. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could come down to the $32 range, but even at $33 and change, we saw it down at $33.40 the other day. We saw it down to $33.20 yesterday. I mean, these are not super high prices, in my opinion. They might seem high because they're close to the 11-year high, which was $35 last week, but it's not really that high. Why? Because what's happening right now is going to push it even higher. And you look at next, the 7th? What is that, 2 weeks away maybe? The next Fed meeting? You think that's not going to raise silver and gold prices even higher? Almost every prediction from major banks has the lowest prediction at the end of the year at $36 silver. Some people are calling for $40 silver. These are big banks that have almost always been low on their prediction. They're never high. They're always low. If they're calling $36 silver, then $33 silver is a steal. If we do see $32 silver, I'm not going to lie, that's a great opportunity. Will I miss it? Yeah, I'm already broke. I don't have any money. I can kiss away my next 2 retirement checks now. And I literally mean that because I basically floated the payment on the ounces that I got coming in and that I've already received. It just makes sense. But I'm almost 100% sure the ounces that I already received that I have to pay for in a week from now essentially with my check on the 1st of the month, I mean, I've already made money off them. Yeah, I didn't make money because I didn't sell them. But like these kilo bars at $1,000 a bar, I mean, come on. I mean, you guys saw when I did the videos on them a week and a half ago. It's a buy. I mean, it's up from there. And the stuff that I picked up more recently that I just paid for, but I won't have to pay for it officially until like 40 days away, 45 days away. That stuff I ended up picking up at $33.40. The prices are going to be higher in 45 days, in my personal opinion. I can't guarantee that. I'm not a psychic. It's not financial advice. It's just my opinion. But this is not new. This has been going on for a while. This has been building. And like I always say with the beach ball aspect, the beach ball that's been held underwater, artificially manipulated lower, put under pressure, is going to be like a spring. When it hits the surface, it is not going to sit and go to the surface. It's not going to just go to fair market value. It's going to skyrocket. It's going to shoot through fair market value and overshoot where it belongs. Question is, what's fair market value, and what is it going to shoot to when people all of a sudden have the fear of missing out? When the talk at every dinner table is, oh my word, have you seen silver? We could have bought silver for $15 3 years ago, $20. I mean, shoot, you could have bought in silver the beginning of this year at $22. And now we're already at 33? Think about that. What everybody's going to be saying. Anybody that you have ever talked to that told you you're wrong, you're mistaken, you're delusional, or whatever, they're going to be calling you and say, hey, you remember when I talked to you about silver before? Man, it's breaking out. How do I get some right now? You're going to have people calling you. Anybody you've ever talked to. You'll get to explain how you came up with that. Hopefully you mention the channel. Tell them, watch T-Square Talk. But, it's been building for a while. And it's only going to shoot up. And when it shoots up and people all of a sudden are flooding into it, you'll have the opportunity of a lifetime. And I know people say you can't get rich off of silver. You can't make money off of silver. Silver is not an investment. It's just a store of wealth. I can tell you right now, when it overshoots fair market value, I'm going to be looking into trading some out for items other than silver and gold. Items that I believe are undervalued at that time. What will that be? I don't know yet. I mean, you look at the Great Depression, people were practically giving away vehicles. People were practically giving away houses. People couldn't afford to keep anything because everybody was broke. This system that we are on right now is unsustainable. There's no way this can go on forever. I was thinking one day, I said, okay, what options do they have? I mean, think about it for a minute. What options does Uncle Sam have in this situation? Could they pull another 2008 Ben Bernanke strategy and just flood the system with money? That's probably what they'll end up doing. Because I'll be honest, that will give them a short-term fix. No matter who's in, whether it's red or blue, for the new president, House, Senate, all that, it doesn't matter. They're going to probably want to kick the can down the road because they know they won't be in office when the bill comes due. And so they'll probably flood the system with more money. Easy money, cheap money. We need to give it away to Americans. Helicopter money, some people call it. I heard it referred to as that one time. Everybody just going to get plenty of money. And everybody's going to be happy and high on endorphins. And they're going to be excited. But you know what? Eventually, what do we see? We see prices will start going up. And they'll start going up quick. And then all of a sudden, hyperinflation will set in. But if you've already bought in your gold and silver, let it come. You'll already have yours. And then I hear people in the comments might already be considering writing, because I've seen a lot of comments over the years. Because like I said, I read every comment. Or at least I try to. There's going to be someone out there that's saying, yeah, but I mean, they'll just confiscate your gold and silver. They're just going to make a rule to say you have to give it to them. They did it before, they can do it again. First of all, money was silver. It already technically belongs to them. The paper money. That's not the case today. And back then, they were a little more patriotic than they are today. We believed in America first. People believed in doing the right thing. The government, they believed the government was doing the right thing. They believed the government had their best interest at heart. How many people believe that today? With taxes going through the roof. Now they're already discussing, are we going to up taxes? That's about the only way that this debt is going to get put in check, is if we just skyrocket people's taxes. On who? Half the country don't even want to work anymore. I don't say that in a negative way. I just say that people are tired. They're sick and tired of higher and higher taxes. And it's not going to end well. And when they get told, hey, we want your 1 or 2 ounces of silver that you're stacking, people ain't going to give it up. They'll throw it in a pond near their house before they give it up. They'll bury it during the drought and then let the water fill in over it. And they'll come back for it at a later point in time. And anybody that thinks that people ain't going to hide it, I mean, even during the Great Depression, when they wanted everybody's gold, a lot of people didn't turn that in. And that actually was money back then. I mean, if all of a sudden they said, we want you to turn in your fiat dollars and we're going to give you something else, well, yeah, I mean, people would probably do that. But the average person, if you own silver or you own gold, you understand that that is money. And the paper monopoly money that we use day to day is a total joke. Why people even go to work for it every day is beyond me. When they could change the whole game by just adopting silver, adopting something more, making deals with employers and employees to work for this or that. I mean, yeah, it probably won't happen anytime soon. I'm living the dream when I start talking to that. And I know living the dream may be watching this video, and if he is, you can comment below. The truth of the matter is, you know, the value of the dollar is going to continue to decline. Silver and gold is going to keep going up. If you have yours already, you're going to be in a good place. If you think you're going to be able to buy the big dip if it ever comes, you could be severely mistaken and you'll be left out in the cold. You know, what is a good price? I mean, I can't say what a good price is to pay. I tell people my opinion of a good price is you look at the spot price that minute, and if you tack on $3 an ounce, you've probably got a pretty good deal. If you're getting it at spot price, you're getting an absolute steal. If you're getting an under spot price, well, you're probably just stealing it. I'm just kidding. But it's true. I mean, you know, everybody always asks me, how much should I pay for silver? How much should I have? Those are the 2 most common questions that I've always gotten on this channel. And that's why I always say that answer for the how much should I pay. And as for how much should I have, you know, that's a little harder to say because we're all in different positions in life. If you're a young kid, maybe 100 ounces is your goal. If you're an older person, maybe 500 ounces is your goal. Maybe, you know, you've got a good solid income, you don't owe anybody, you've got money coming in every month, and you want to really shoot for the moon. I'm thinking about putting something on my Reddit page, actually, now that I'm talking about this, on the different levels of stackers that there are. Whether you're a king, whether you're a noble, or a peasant. And so if you guys are on my Discord page, or if you're on my Reddit page, definitely check that out. So Reddit is Silver Gold Vault on Reddit, or the T-Square Talk on Discord. I think I'm going to post that. I've already got it kind of already set up, so I might post that pretty soon. So with that being said, going to wrap up here. I thank everybody for watching. If you made it this far, please be sure and hit that thumbs up button for me. Consider joining either of the platforms. I will put updated links on both of them in the video below. And if you do join, be sure and put a comment in the general chat, even if it's something small. Hey, just wanted to say hi, or a comment on one of the posts. I see it all. So I thank you all for watching. And if you would like to become a member, like I said, it's only $1.99 a month, and it's going to be an awesome event. This is going to be probably one of our best and funnest events so far. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And the prize is the biggest prize that we have given. If you don't like that prize, I'll work with you individually for something else, the winner. But with that being said, I thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Hit that thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And I hope you all have a great weekend. It's definitely going to be a fun weekend. Thank you all for watching. Take care.